Namaste, Jai Bharat. Taliban of today is much different from the Taliban of 90s. The basic difference between the Taliban of 90s and Taliban of today is that just one fundamental difference shall make things very clear. The Taliban of 90s believed that Pakistan is their friend, number one. Second mistake, they believed that Pakistan is a good Muslim nation. But now they realized, the present Taliban realized, Punjabis are not appropriate Muslims. Punjabis are not good Muslims as they project themselves to be. There are good Muslims in Pakistan, for instance, the Balochs or others, but except the Punjabis. But the Punjabis show themselves as Pakistanis. Therefore, the Pathans, the Afghanis, and the Taliban, they realize that Punjabis have nothing to do with Islam. They only take advantage of Islam and they use Islam to enslave themselves and others. Enslaving themselves is an interesting phenomenon which is peculiar to Pakistan because they tell lies to everybody. The army even tell lies to the Prime Minister of Pakistan to the extent that they have downed 9 Rafales. They destroyed in Operation Sindhu. They destroyed so many things in the Bharat, etc., etc. And that man has no other option other than believing what the army says. And even the army, I don't think chief should know everything. Some local commander reports something. I have done this, I have done this. And these people are not going to verify. So it's a lies upon lies. The substructure is lie, all the superstructures are obviously lies. That's what is happening in Pakistan. So the Taliban really realizes now the Punjabis can't be trusted. That's a fact which they have known now. So this makes the present Taliban different. Apart from their many objective goals in terms of their nation, they want Afghanistan to be a better nation. The people should have better lives. They should have better infrastructures and all those things. It means they are concerned with the people of Afghanistan and the state of Afghanistan, nation of Afghanistan, and they are not that worried about strengthening the Islamic Ummah in the endeavor. They are Muslims, all right. They follow Sharia law, all right, which some of us I may not approve, because we would like to think that it's not very much in step with the modern civilizational progress. Nonetheless, they are contained within themselves. They're concerning of their own affairs in their own way, their own manner. So we have no reason to intervene with the internal affairs, how they do things. That's up to them and up to the people. People are happy, they are happy, that's why things go all right. But Taliban understands Punjabis can't be trusted with anything anymore, and so far the Punjabis have been selling the Islamic capsule to them to get advantage of them, and definitely they realize that Punjabi Muslims, Pakistani Punjabi Muslims, I'm talking about them, not the entire Pakistan, because they are different from the Punjabis. The Punjabis had been exploiting them, using them, etc., etc., etc. They realize it. So this makes the present Taliban entirely different from the Taliban of 90s. Now, the Punjabi Muslims of Pakistan go around selling their nation. They don't care whatever happens to Balochistan. That's very evident from their attitude. They don't care about whatever happens to the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa or the Pathans or anyone else. They are just concerned themselves about the Punjabi, Pakistani Punjab, and those people. Others, they just don't bother. They don't bother. They don't care whatever might happen to the Kashmiris who are illegally occupied by Punjabi Muslims. So they don't care about others, so they will do anything. They go about selling. They try to sell Balochistan to US. First, they try to sell many things. Balochistan and their natural resources to China, and then China fails. As the Pakistan Army fails to support Chinese technocrats who are trying to build infrastructure in Pakistan, they CPEC and their routes through Balochistan. And this Punjabi army has no valor, so they won't go. They won't support. The Chinese lost many other people, apart from the money what they lose, apart from the trust they lost in Punjabi Muslims. That's there. They keep now. And their only method is to gather money from anyone at the cost of anything. With the Taliban, the Afghans, America was in Afghan when they were attacking Afghanistan. Pakistan has let American troops use their bases against, even today. Even today, they gave their bases to American, even to keep the stockpile, nuclear stockpile, which is not that doesn't belong to Pakistan. They can't even make a motorcycle engine. They can't even make sewing machines. They don't make. They import and do things. They'll make nuclear weapons. They can't, and they don't. It's America's stockpile which is kept there. America wants to keep it different places. Maybe when in case of an eventuality they can use it. That might be their objective, because they have this disease of becoming world police, world leaders, etc., which is not going to be practical in the world to evolve, worlds to come. But then they still continue the old songs and the old pattern of world order. They try to maintain that. All these things make things in that area very difficult. Now, this Pakistan, that's Punjabi Muslims go to America and give some ideas. Hey, look, this Bagram airport is there near Kabul, which the Soviet built, which the America was using during their occupation of Afghanistan. And you get it back, you will have a reasonably good hold in this area. Especially it is very contiguous to China. America, especially Trump, who is very impulsive, and he instantly agrees to this and plans to take Bagram airport. This time, Afghanistan, the Taliban takes the help of Bharat. No one knows these things. We both didn't speak anything about anything anyway. So, Bagram airport needs to be reconstructed, because as the American they were living Afghanistan, they destroyed the entire aircraft, not just the runway, even the ATCs and all the equipments. Air Traffic Control Center, ATC, needs a lot of communication equipments. There are a lot of equipments. During my time, I am very close to. We have been using AD200, etc. So many such homing devices, many such homing devices, which gets updated with time. All those things were destroyed. So, except the base structure of ground, one has to reconstruct the entire airfield into a base. That takes a lot of effort, and one has to spend a lot of money. In the meantime, Bharat was already very close to Pakistan, because very close to Afghanistan, because after the first Taliban regime, who were under the spell of Punjabi Pakistanis, Bharat continued supporting the people of Afghanistan to reconstruct their nation, restructure their nation, in terms of schools, hospitals, roads, electric power generation, not weapons, not wartime machines, but infrastructural support which are required for the existence of the people of Afghanistan in a meaningful manner, for their comfortable existence. We have been continuing it. And this Taliban, whom Pakistan, that is Punjabi Pakistanis, were intending to use them against wherever they want, as proxy. When this Taliban came into power, they were little sensible people. So Bharat continued this support, and Taliban saw who is friend, who is cheating them, who is stabbing them from behind, who can be trusted. So Taliban find trust with Bharat. Rather, the Pathans found Hindus trustworthy as it had always been the case in the past. So they suddenly recall the history. They had no hesitation in opening up to Bharat to discuss and make some kind of adjustments for their benefit. We were ready to give food, whatever we had we could give, whatever we could do in whichever manner we do. That's a kind of humanitarian help and re-establishing historical relations with the people of Afghanistan. That's what Bharat was doing and did. Here, the Punjabis, the Punjabi Muslims found it very difficult to control Taliban, so they started selling. They tried to sell Afghanistan as they sold Afghanistan in the past to America. They tried the same technique, but this Taliban is different. So this time, the Bagram airport, they told Trump, and I told he was very impulsive. You take it, you will control the entire region. China's some facilities are near there, so China wouldn't like it, no one would like it. In the meantime, the Pakistani ministers came to Bharat. We don't know what discussions they took, but nothing will be destructive. That much I am very sure, because Bharat wouldn't go for anything destructive. We want to grow. We want to strengthen ourselves. But it had never been the case that at the cost of somebody we are coming up. We are not progressing by pulling people down or at the cost of somebody else. We were developing of our own by our own abilities. We might take time, but we develop ourselves, we grow. We have such potentialities, we are very confident, and we are very confident about the potentialities built within the Hindu tradition. We will do it, but it's not at the cost of others. It's not by pulling people down. It's not by saying that man is bad, so I am good. No, none of this. We have our own distinct method of looking at the cosmos, based on the Vedas and Upanishads which are there in our blood. Those who have lost it, like the Punjabis or Punjabi Muslims, they are responsible. So they don't understand it, they can't understand it, and they will not understand. So, the Bagram airport must have, this is my speculation, Taliban must have asked Bharat to restructure it, reconstruct it. And of course we have started it. Now reconstruction means our aircraft has to go. We have to work there, make things. But not to dominate the people of Pakistan. That we never tried. That we never intended. We want to dominate. America does that. They want to dominate the entire world. They want every country to obey what America fancies. Not just what America thinks, what America fancies. They want everyone to obey them. And they want everyone to act according to the whims and fancies of America. That's the problem with America. But we don't do that. We are not trying to dominate. We won over the people of Pakistan through love, which the Christian world is supposed to know. But the Hindus are putting them into practice. The Christian world is supposed to know the value of love, how sensitive, how meaningful love is. Christ had been speaking this. Christ is a Jew, and the Jew have ancient connection with Hindus. Yadavas, someone says, are Yehudis. Oh, Yadavas became Yehudis. And Yadava is the clan of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And if you look at Sri Krishna and Moses, you find a lot of striking parallels. It's for you to find out. I'm not claiming anything, but there are people who worked on it. Things, knowledge is available. So, Jesus was a Jew, and he taught these people, barbarians, love, and the barbarians crucified them. And the barbaric world did not, who became Christians for the sake of name. They all became Christians for name's sake, but never could understand the principles and teachings of Christ. So they are supposed to understand love and affection. They don't. And the Hindus are now teaching them, not by providing sermons, by doing things. That's what we won the minds of Afghani people, not yesterday, long back. Tagore's story, Kabuliwala, all children in Bharat have learned in their childhood. I learned in my childhood, enjoyed it. All children. So that indicates how the Hindus were connected to the Pathans. And in ancient times, so Dhritarashtra's wife is from Afghanistan. Matrimonial relations, cultural gives and takes. This existed in the past, tens and tens and tens thousand years before. So again, it's love that wins. It's trustworthiness that wins. And that is how Bagram Airport, a Taliban is asking Bharat to take care of. We are taking care. We are not dominating. We are not using it for against anyone. But it's in our supervision. We are overseeing developments. Definitely our aircraft will go. Our aircraft will be there. That's one thing. Second thing, if you're seeing, no, I'll do it as a different video. How Pakistan is now playing with Afghan, I'll do it later. So we shall meet. Namaste. Jai Bharat, Jai Sri Ram.